For a season that's all about light, it's surprisingly easy to feel a little lost in the darkness, right? Today, we're going to walk through a really simple path to finding that light. Let's get into it. It is such a busy time of year, isn't it? It's easy to feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions. So this really is the core question. Are you genuinely looking for a deeper sense of peace and clarity in the middle of all the noise?
Well, if that question hits home for you, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to dive into a powerful spiritual guide made just for this season. It's a tool designed to help us foster real conversion, purification, and hope. Basically, to open our spiritual eyes for what's coming.
Okay, so let's break this down. The guide isn't just a collection of random thoughts. It's actually a structured path. It's really designed to take you on a specific journey, one day at a time.
So how does it work? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It follows three main steps. First, it starts with the foundational liturgy, which just means it grounds you in the scripture for the day. Then it moves into what's called thematic illumination, where we find the big idea. And finally, it gives you spiritual application, showing you how to bring that theme into your actual everyday life. So let's take a look at that first step, hearing God's promise. The guide we're walking through today shows this incredible link between an ancient prophecy and the moment it all came true.
It all starts with this unbelievable promise from the prophet Isaiah. And what's so powerful is how specific it is. This isn't just some vague hope, it's a direct prophecy of a total transformation, a time when people stuck in darkness will finally, truly see.
And this is where it all connects. It's just brilliant. On one side, you've got Isaiah's prophecy about sight for the blind. And then, bam, on the other side, you see its direct fulfillment in the Gospel of Matthew, where Jesus performs that exact miracle for two blind men who come to him.
So what's the big takeaway here? The guide boils it all down to one unifying theme. The main idea connecting these two readings is this. The Messiah is the one who brings light to the blind and joy to the lowly. It's this powerful message of hope and complete restoration.
All right, now let's get to the part of the guide where this ancient story stops being just a story and becomes a direct personal challenge for you and me today. This is where information starts turning into transformation. See, the guide doesn't just want you to know about the healing. It wants you to put yourself inside the story. And the whole thing really hinges on one single moment, one critical question. And this is it. Jesus turns to the blind men, and you can imagine him turning to us. And he asks this one incredibly direct question. Do you believe that I can do this? That question is the very heart of this entire reflection. And here's the crucial point. Their healing wasn't just some random thing that happened. It was a direct response to their answer. Because faith in this story isn't just, wishful thinking. It's an act of real trust, an admission that we need help that's bigger than us. It's the very thing that opens us up. It's the gateway to healing. Okay, so what I think is really cool about this guide is how it moves from this huge spiritual insight into things you can actually do. It gives you real tools for daily holiness. It's like it gives you a whole toolkit. You've got a morning offering, a simple prayer to set the tone for your day. There's a specific communion prayer to help you reflect on Christ's presence. And it even gives you the saint of the day as a real human model of what holiness can look like.
And it gets even simpler. The challenge is to choose just one single act of faith for the day. That could be something as simple as praying, "Jesus, I trust in you," when you feel afraid. Or maybe it's doing one small hidden act of kindness for someone. Or, and this one's huge, just asking Christ to show you where you might be spiritually blind.
And just to make this even more real, the guide for this day brings up Saint Sabas. He's held up as this historical example of someone who actually lived a life of detachment from all the worldly noise and was just radically committed to prayer. He really embodies that theme of being lowly but finding incredible joy in God. So, what happens if you actually do this day after day? What's the real spiritual impact of walking this path all the way through Advent? Well, the intended fruits are pretty clear. It's all about growing a deeper, much more personal faith in God's power to actually work in your life. It's about finding the courage to ask for healing in those places where you're broken, and it's about developing the humility to just receive God's grace when it comes. When you get right down to it, the whole purpose behind this daily practice is to prepare your soul. The goal is to clear out all the clutter and the noise, to make your heart a true dwelling place of peace, completely ready for the coming of Christ. The entire spirit of this whole thing is really captured in this one line from the Psalm for the day. It's a declaration of just profound trust. A simple, powerful statement that no matter what darkness we're in, we have a source of light and a source of salvation. And so that leaves us with one final, very personal question. After everything we've talked about, the real challenge is to ask yourself this: where in my life, right now, in my own heart, where do I need Christ's light to shine?